Okay, so this is going to be my review slash recommendation of Dragonfall by L.R. Lamb. I say review slash recommendation because if I do a review video like this, you can be pretty sure I'm only going to have just glowingly positive things to say about the book, because life is kind of too short for me to just slog through a book that doesn't reach me and connect with me. So I've decided that I'm going to give a book 100 pages, and if by that point I don't feel drawn in, it's not connecting with me, I'm going to set it aside and move on to something that I might enjoy more. So that being said, I really enjoyed this. The basic premise, or part of the basic premise, is that of a dragon civilization, which is something that I found so unique and I don't think I've ever really encountered in fantasy fiction before. At least that's been my experience. These dragons have writing, architecture, a monarchy, which is crucial to the plot. They are also shapeshifters, able to achieve a humanoid form and even human form. Our dragon main character, Everin, spends most of the book in the form of a hawk guy, which is really interesting in terms of how he interacts with characters in the human world, and I found parts of it deeply funny as well. Our other main character is a human named Arcady. They're non-binary, which is explored and touched upon through the course of the book, because the society that they live in is queer norm. Everyone's gender and sexuality is presented just as is, and their society is completely at ease with that. A part of how that's presented in the structure of the book itself, how it's written, is that occasionally, to denote respect, a person's pronouns, they, she, he, will be capitalized. Now normally you only see that in a very specific context. At first I didn't really understand what was going on there, but once it was explained to me and I realized what was happening, I was like, oh, that's cool. It's kind of subversive and cool. Lamb's style and the way Everin's section of the book, at least, is written is in the second person. There's a reason for that, which I want you to discover for yourself, so read the book. But that's very involving. He is addressing you, Everin this is, for 50% of the book. And that's probably part of why I came to care about what happened to these characters quite as much as I did. Because they're different shades of morally grey, I would say. Everin, slightly darker, Arcady, slightly lighter. They've both been through tremendous trauma in their lives. And you sympathise for them despite the fact that, you know, in basic terms, neither of them are nice people, really. They both do pretty terrible and questionable things at times. But I was rooting for them nonetheless, both of them. I wanted things to work out for them. The tension and relationship between them as well. There was just this remarkable continual spark between their two perspectives that I found just very compelling. And I wanted things to work out for them in the end. All the secondary characters in the book as well I found to be very well drawn. I would read a whole book, frankly, about the criminal organization that Arcady used to be part of, the Mareks, kind of Robin Hood, Fagin type situation going on. There's an awesome twist at the end of the book as well. I'm obviously not going to do any spoilers here, but I can't wait for the sequel, Emberclaw, which I think comes out later this year. I'll be picking that up and maybe doing a review of that as well. Anyway, Dragonfall by L.R. Lamb, loved it.